Hi everybody, ukulenny here, and it is Christmas season. Or it is July and you feel like learning some Christmas songs. Either way, welcome back to the ukulenny channel. Here's a fun one for you right here, and it's Jingle Bell Rock. The chords are available on my website in the link below, and I highly suggest you download it because I'll be following the chord chart throughout this tutorial. I'm going to start with the chords. If you're a chord master, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the intro and the outro if that's what you're looking for. Alright, we're going to start with these verse chords, and we've got the G chord, so we're going to find our C string and find the 2nd fret. Then we're going to build and add our ring finger to the 3rd fret, and then we're going to finish with the middle finger on the 2nd fret. So a 2-3-2 chord, G, and that's the beginning. So jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bell swing, and this is where we're going to change to A minor. We're going to take our index finger and jump up to the top string, 2nd fret. That's A minor. And this is an easy transition. We're just going to add our middle finger. We're going to skip a string and we're going to add our middle finger to make D7. So that's our D7 chord with our index, skip, middle, both on the 2nd fret. So you do this thing throughout this song where you've got A minor and you've got D7 and A minor and D7. And in the chord chart there's a dash if it's a fast change. So A minor, D7, A minor, D7, A minor, D7. Now, you're going to do that 3 times. Jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. But now, we're going to hold A minor for a longer time. Now the jingle hop has begun. So let's just try to talk through the verse. And you can just do a strum for every time that you see a chord. And we're going to get the timing of this verse. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Alright. Now we can go through the next part, and at the end of the 2nd verse there's actually a G7 chord. And the G7 is kind of the reverse of the G. So you see that it's a triangle like this. G7, we're going to put our index finger on the E string, 1st fret, and then create a reverse triangle. So we're going to have the middle finger on top on the C string, 2nd fret, and the ring finger on the bottom on the 2nd fret. So that's our G7. It's kind of a reverse. You kind of have to jump your index finger diagonally and go G, and then put your index finger on the E string, and then bring down your fingers in a triangle. So that might take some practice, and it's totally optional. If you want to just play the G chord, I'm not going to hate you for it. So let's go with the 2nd verse now and just speak it. Ready, go. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. Switch. G7. So that last part is probably the harder part right there. So I also put in the chord chart break, which means stop the strings. You can use your right hand and go A minor and then gently touch the strings. You can also use your left hand. Kind of close the strings with the remaining fingers. And you do the same thing for D7. And then G7. So that's the ending right there. Let's actually try that, the in the frosty air part. So the A minor, index finger, in the frosty air, and then G7. Right, let's try that again. A minor, break, then D7, in the frosty air, G, and switch your fingers, G7. Alright, so those are the chords of the verse. Now the strum pattern of the verse is pretty simple. For the most part, you can get away with holding G if you want to practice with me. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. For the most part, you can do that for the entire verse. But for the A minor and D7, you can do one of two things. You can do A minor as a down, down, up, and then go to D7, and then go down, down, up. So for the fast parts, that works really well. So jingle, or let's go snowing and blowing. So snowing and blowing, bushels of fun. Yeah, for the fast parts, you can go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And if you want to get fancy, you can add more down ups. Like you can go snowing and blowing, bushels of fun. You can add more down ups if you want, but kind of helps to get that quick changing of the chords if you just go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then when you get to the end of the first verse, now the jingle hop has begun, you're just going to hold the A minor out. Now the jingle hop has begun. Alright, so that's the strum patterns for the verses. You'll see in the play along. If you want to skip ahead to the play along, you can play along with the chords, and I guess that's why they call it a play along. Alright, let's go over the chords for the next part. What a bright time, it's the right time. So then we go to a C chord, 1, 2, 3, C chord. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. And so that's C to G. And then we're going to take our index finger and slide it to the left 1 fret, and we've got A7. A7. And then jump diagonally to the D7. Alright, so C, then change to G, and then slide to the left, A7, and then jump to D7. Yep. Alright. So that is I guess that's the chorus. It's kind of like the bridge part, the middle section. The last verse has a couple of extra chords actually. So we're gonna go over those. G, and then we're gonna go to E7. E7 starts on the top string with the first fret, and then we add the middle finger on the second fret. We skip the next string and we put a ring finger on the second fret, and that's E7. So E7 to me, sometimes people have difficult time changing to E7. And one thing is, once you learn the G7, which is this triangle thing, E7 is just the same way except the index finger is on the top. So you can actually try this. You can go G7 and then bring your index finger to the top and it's E7. So sometimes your reflexes work better if you realize that connection, that these two fingers are really in the same place and you're just moving your index finger around. You can practice that for finger independence. So that's the E7, and then we go back to C for mix and mingle, and then we add 2 more fingers to make this cool chord, C minor chord. Mix and mingle, and then we add 2 more fingers to the next 2 strings on the 3rd fret, and we get C minor. And then we have the fun part, A minor, D7, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. Alright, so we've gone over the chords and a little bit of the timing. Now we can go over the intro and the outro. Alright, this is the part in the chord chart that's all lines and numbers. So if you're unfamiliar with tab, we'll talk about it a little bit here. We've got the 2, 3, 2. If you look, you see vertically 2, 3, 2. And that actually represents the G chord. So if you look at your fingers and go 2, 3, 2, and then you see that there's an open string here, that's the G. So you kind of have to orient yourself. I like to put my ukulele facing me to see the strings the way it is on the paper. So there's 2, 3, 2. And then we've got the G major 7 chord. And the way we do that is we actually take our index finger and we flatten it. So we flatten it over the 3 strings. And that covers 2, 2, 2. That's why you see vertically 2, 2, 2 on the tab. And that's G, and that's G major 7. And you can practice that, go from your G to flat finger back to G. Alright? Then we do single notes here. So we're going to strum the G one more time. and then we're gonna play 5. And I like to use my pinky because it's not being used. Now, if your pinky's still needs some workouts, if it's not quite strong enough yet to fret the notes by itself, you can jump with your ring finger if you feel more comfortable. Especially if you have like a soprano or a concert. I have a tenor, so it's a little bit harder to reach this with the ring finger. I'd rather just use my pinky. So that's 2, 3, 2, and then 5. And then we're gonna go 3, 0, 1, 0, 3. And you see that 3 is on the string below the top one, so that's this. And since I'm holding the G, I'm using my ring finger for the 3. And then 0, 1, 0. And back to the 3 we just did. Then I release. And that's 0. 0. I always tell my students, show me your 0 finger. And they go, what? 0 means open string. So if you see a 0, just pluck the open string, 0. And then find your 2, which you were already holding with your G chord. So again, we're going to start with the G, flatten the finger, strum the G chord once, reach for the 5, and 3, 0, 1, 0, back to 3, lift for open, and then 2. All right, slow motion. Try that with me. Ready? Go. Alright. After that, we have 5, 3, 2, 0. So you can actually do this all on the A string. 5, 3, 2, 0. You can use your ring finger if it's more comfortable, or your pinky. And you go, you have to kind of get the hit because it's like 2, 3, 4, hit. So I like to, yeah, just to get the timing on that one. So 5, 3, 2, 0. You might want to practice that and hit. Yep. And the outro is almost the same. You still start with the same part. So you go G and you hit it 3 times. And then you flatten. And then this is where it gets fun. You do the G and slide the whole G to the left. And then back to the G. Try that. Super slide. G, slide back. And then this is everybody's favorite part. Take any of your fingers that you desire to use and bar the 7th fret. And you get the nice G6 chord. So you can use any of your fingers. And if you want to be stylish, you can shake it too. So you can do the whole lick here. So you go G, flatten, back to G, slide G. Try that again. Ready? Go. And that's the outro of the song. So you kind of got the intro and the outro. And if you're just joining us, Chord Masters, we're gonna actually go slow motion with the first verse, just so that you get some of the strum timing, especially for the A minor and the D7. We were talking about how you can go down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. You can kind of do that for the quick parts, and then the breaks: A minor, mute the chord, D7, mute the chord, and G. Alright, so here's the first verse in slow motion. 1, 2. Oh yeah, the strum pattern is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, otherwise. So, if you're holding your G. Alright, let's start with the slow motion first verse. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. Break in the frosty air. G7, what a bright time. Alright, the rest of the chords kind of go pretty simply, like you're only going 4 beats for the next part. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. So the chords happen pretty slow. Hopefully you can follow along. So thanks for watching the tutorial, and now we're going to jam out Jingle Bell Rock. So we're going to start with the intro and go all the way through the parts. If you are playing this on your own, feel free to, at the end, not do the that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell rock. You can just go, that's the jingle bell rock, and then you can kind of start over from the beginning if you'd like. So that's up to you and your uk club or whatever it is that whoever you're playing with, or whatever you feel like doing for your YouTube video. And just enjoy this song. Happy holidays, and here is Jingle Bell Rock. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's a right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in a jingling feet. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. Thanks for watching. Ukan. I want to shout out to my students in Berkeley Unified. If you're watching this right now, extra credit. Alright, have a good holiday season. We'll be back with more holiday videos coming up soon. Thanks.